family. This is that time of the year when we get to remember the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ and celebrate what we know as Christmas. And so let me take this opportunity to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. And even as we look forward into next year, 2021, we want to also appreciate this far the Lord has brought us from January 2020, March, when COVID-19 came in. A lot of things changed. Our worship services completely changed. We explored the online platforms, and you have been amazing following and fellowshipping with us.
This year we started very strong, but along the way the pandemic struck and we were forced out of our comfort zone. Our live fellowships, from the home fellowships, the Zoom prayers or live stream services have grown and helped us in the spread of the gospel of God. And we want to thank God for that. We also want to thank you, our members, because you have walked with us this journey. You have been faithful followers and viewers from our old platform, and we thank God for you. As we end the year 2020 and usher in the 2021, we want to be so grateful to God because He has kept us safe, He has walked with us this journey, and we bless the Lord for you. May God bless you so much as you look forward to 2021.
Never in our thinking could we have imagined that a point will arise whereby churches have to be closed. This year, because of the pandemic, all churches were closed at one time. And we were most affected, particularly with the children. Children are not allowed in church. But thank God that out of this, we were innovative, and we were able to come up with an online children's service. Every Sunday, children were still being reached to through the online children's service. We thank God because of the impact that this children's service had on our little ones. And we bless God for this far that He has brought us.
As Karen Africa Gospel Church, like any other Africa Gospel churches that we have in Kenya, this has been a very difficult year for us. When things really unfolded on March, when the first lockdown and the instructions that we are supposed to lock down the churches, things really were very hard, and the leadership of Karen HEC were worried about what will really unfold as a local church. But I want to really thank God for the far He has brought us all the way from March, or really from January up to the time when we are about to close the year 2020, where many people are saying or wishing that this year could really go away and be really put away from their calendars. But as a church, we have taken quite a number of positive things, and we have learned a lot out of this pandemic. And one of the things that I really would take home as part of the leadership of Karen Africa Gospel Church is that God has really shaken us to come out of our comfort zone, where we used to really reach out within. And it was very difficult, or we had to really sit down to plan for other strategies that we can bring on board to be able to reach without. But God, out of His own way, through what happened during the year, decided to shake us, and we were able to come out of our comfort zones. And right now, we are reaching out to other people at the comfort of our pulpit, unlike before, where we were supposed to really plan for outdoor crusades and evangelism. We are doing all the things at one go. We are reaching within and we are reaching without. So this is a positive thing that we have learned from the pandemic 2020, and we really thank God for this. Right now, or initially prior to the pandemic, we didn't have a very strong media team, but the Lord really pushed us to be able to learn how to really do things differently. And so right now we have a very strong media team who came on board and be able to facilitate us as we reach out. So 3 things that I thank God during this time. And like when we could talk on March, we were fearful that we will not be able to facilitate the ministry during this year, but God has really opened up doors. Our finances didn't come down, instead it went up, and we were able to facilitate ministries. We are able to reach out to our missionaries in Witu. We are able to support also a team or the ministry of God in Burundi. And the most important, and one thing that was really giving us a lot of worry then, was the building, the sanctuary that is ongoing out there, which is a project which is very hard, or it requires a lot of resources. And so on March, the first thing that came into our minds was we will bring to halt the project until probably after the pandemic. But we have learned a lot of things. We have learned a big lesson, like the way, and it reminds me of Moses. When Moses was born, God decided to give Moses during the harsh times in the land of Egypt. God never brought Moses when things were cool, but Moses was given birth when things were really harsh in Egypt, so that the glory of God can be given due to him. So during this pandemic, we were able to get a lot of funding that has really taken the church construction to a higher level. We are currently doing the roof. We have done the iron sheets, and we are coming down, and many people are coming on board to be able to facilitate us. And all these things are happening during the worst times of our country, or even the world entirely. So we thank God for our building. We thank God for our financial support, and this goes to our members out there. You have been so much reliable. We were so fearful, but you have really come on board. You have supported the ministries of Karen Africa Gospel Church. The building is going on. The ministries at the church also are going on. As I've said, we are reaching out through our mission, the Adams strategy, and as well as an international ministry, and that is Burundi. So I really give God the glory, because we never expected this to happen during such time. So on behalf of LCC, of Karen HEC, I am so humbled, because this team came on board and decided that we will be able to stand behind our pastoral team, who really have been so committed during this time. They have given them a background support, and every part of our ministries have been running on. The Sunday school, the youth, the women, home fellowships, which we are calling e-groups, have been going on, and we really thank God for that.
It is amazing to see the impact that the church had to the community during this time of the coronavirus pandemic. As a church, we had a small initiative which we called the Bread Basket. The Bread Basket was an endeavor by Karen Africa Gospel Church, whereby members used to give food items which could go to support those who are in need during the time of the coronavirus pandemic. Lives were lifted, people's lives were blessed, and they were able to face the next day with great hope, with great enthusiasm, and we bless God for the impact that this Bread Basket initiative had to the community. We thank God for everybody who gave and everybody who participated in this initiative. Indeed, you touched a life, and may the Lord bless you so much for all that you did.
On behalf of Karen AGC pastoral staff, on behalf of LCC, which is the administrative arm of the church,
on behalf of Karen AGC worship team,
on behalf of Karen AGC ladies,
on behalf of Karen AGC band,
on behalf of the entire Karen AGC media team,
we want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas and a prosperous year 2021. Thank you.